Barkay lets it rip. Out of bounds to the Crimson. Bridget Flynn hustles over there and gets it to maintain possession. Pass into the middle, overrun by a pair of Crimson players, one of whom goes down, and I think we've got a foul coming up with Query hitting the deck. Swings out that right arm, right shoulder, gets ready for her one-on-one close-up with Aubrey DeVoe. Here she comes, shot score! Back up to a 10-goal lead for Harvard.
Harvard goal by number 10, Tessa Leary.
At halftime, it seems that Niagara's made a change in goal. We talked about Aubrey DeVoe playing that first half, and so it's no longer DeVoe in net. It is Michelle Messenger.
A little bit after halftime.
Okay, a little after halftime where they had the switch.
Had made her first couple of stops. It was when the 10th or the 11th goal for Harvard came and the running clock began. Michelle Messenger came on, so that's her first goal against. Had made 2 saves. But again, a free position shot. Harvard has been perfect on those today, 5 for 5, at least when they decide to shoot. They've also had a couple of strong possessions continued after just passing the ball away after the free position.
He's Andy Town. I'm Adam Giardino. Thanks for hanging out with us on a Sunday. If you're a Harvard Crimson fan, you would have liked what you've seen so far here today. If you're a Niagara Purple Eagles fan, not so much. Coming off of a 17-12 loss Friday, they've now got their hands more than full with Harvard, but a breaking opportunity. Niagara setting up here was a draw infraction by Holslander, so Niagara simply got possession. A feint from behind the net.
And a foul called against Harvard will let Niagara continue the offensive possession, just restart. So not even a reset of the shot clock.
This one stays in play for Tate Green and the Crimson. Work back to the middle and a turnover. Nice play by Alina Del Toro. We said we haven't talked about her a whole lot coming off of her hat trick Friday night. And that might be the first time that we've called her name.
Been out there on the field, but of course on the offensive side, there's really been nobody making much of an impact for Niagara individually, as they only have that pair of goals. They just haven't had that many opportunities today.
Perhaps the player we've talked most about has been Shea Swartwout. She had the first goal for Niagara. Pass into some trouble. Niagara swings it back out. Outside the 12-yard or 12-meter mark. Big contact by Shea Jenkins as she and Jenna Brill collide.
Mentioned Swartwout. She's got 3 of Niagara's 8 shots. Lucy Rugeber, who scored the other goal, she's got a pair, and Jenna Brill has 2 shots today as well. She had the 4 goals and an assist on Friday night. See Shea Jenkins sent to the box. Power play opportunity here, and that's a good opportunity for Niagara to try and open things up and not after not being able to convert on the goal right away from the free position, they being able to maintain possession. They've got an opportunity here. They'll have the extra player on the field. See if they slow things down and try and work it in. And it looks like they've had their eyes to the goal.
And a whistle before that one is delivered.
It looked like on that possession they were really thinking shoot, and if they didn't see the quick shot, they passed it away.
That one high, but backed up. Stays with Niagara here. On the power play, Niagara still not able to create much of anything as Rotondo picks up a ball that trickles her way. And here comes Harvard with a 10-goal lead. That's as large as it's been. It was 11-1. Now it's 12-2. A momentary stoppage on the foul, and Harvard just as quickly keeps it pushing downfield with Holslander.
Shea Jenkins watching the clock. She's got now about 15 seconds left before she can re-enter the action. And as Harvard gets back to full strength, they've got the offensive possession. They kill that power for kill the penalty off pretty well.
Yeah, Niagara never really had much going offensively. They had a pass to the middle that didn't connect, and that was all it took.
And sensibly, when they got down the offensive end, as they'd done much of the day, just took their time. Did not want to give the ball back, still with an extra player off the field.
Shot clock winding down, Harvard needing to create something. Keating with a shot and a score with just a couple of ticks left on the shot clock.
Only had less than 5 seconds left to take that shot, and take the shot they did. They were just able to work it all the way inside. Keating was such a consistent scorer all year last year, scored in 11 out of the 15 games. Not a ton of goals, had 15, not a bad number, but just somebody you can rely on to get a goal or two per game. Hasn't been asked to do a whole lot as she's contributed to the offense so far, but Grace Holslander is really taking the lead on the offensive side.
And, you know, in that sequence when Maddie Barkate passed the ball up with about 7 or 8 seconds left on the shot clock, it seemed like that was the wrong decision from the freshman, that they weren't going to be able to get a shot off on goal, and that proved to not be true at all.
Able to scramble and just see what happened. Of course, at this point in the game, it's really just about trying to figure that out and play those late in the shot clock situations that might be a little bit more important when you get into Ivy League play. Already now an 11-goal lead.
A season ago, an 18-8 victory over Yale would have been and was the high water mark, a 10-goal margin of victory. So already Harvard doing a little bit better than that here today, but still 10.5 minutes to go for Niagara as they look to get some positive momentum out of this weekend. But so far they've been outscored pretty convincingly in a couple of games. 30-14 has been the combined deficit on the road in Boston. Here's a shot and another goal for Harvard. That's Tessa Query.